Hey guys, Braydoz here, and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. Today, not, in fact, a house build. Today, I am building a shopping strip. Now, what do I mean by a shopping strip? Well, I mean, it's not a shopping center or a shopping mall in the traditional sense. You can't, like, walk into it and walk around. There's a bunch of different shops around. This is a shopping strip. It's done in sort of a terrace style. So you've got a bunch of different terraces in this one building, and you can come in from the front of them. And, choose a bunch of different shops. There's 5 different shops in it. On the far left, you've got yourself a cafe. Then beside that, there's sort of like a boutique. I don't know if you guys know like Suburban from Grand Theft Auto. You know, those stores? That's sort of the style of store that is. I mean, you can't have like just all clothes because it's just not feasible. You've got to have a bunch of other stuff in there. But you've got that store, then beside it you have a bookstore, like a library, then there's a big department store over 2 levels, and then on the right you have another sort of boutique, older style store that sells like pretty much everything under the sun, like vintage cameras and stuff, and teapots, and all the stuff that everybody seems to love, because I love teapots and vintage cameras more than everything in the world. I don't know about you guys, but that's just freaking amazing. But yeah, it's an older style sort of house. You can see I've got these supports on the ends because I absolutely freaking love these things. It's 2 builds I've done so far. One of them was a room build, granted, but 2 builds still, and I've used them in both of them because I freaking love them. They're awesome. But this build was long. Like, really long. It took me just shy of 5 hours to build this over 3 days. And then there was extra planning that's gone into that, and it's taken me ages to edit it. There is, and I shit you not, about 5.5 minutes of screenshots at the end of this video, and that's no joke. I'm not kidding when I say there's about 5.5 minutes of screenshots at the end of this, because there's a lot of screenshots. There's a lot of stuff to look at. But you can see now I'm just sort of starting on the structure. I really like the wall pattern that I use for the ends of the roofs there. I think that came with Get to Work, actually. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure it came with Get to Work. I think it's actually used for a hospital. I think it's called like clinical walling or something like that. I can never remember the names of them, but it's actually meant for hospitals, I think. But it actually looks like the sort of wall coverings that you'd get on those parts of the roof, so I decided to use it, and actually it actually fit quite well. Fitted quite well? Yeah. But yeah, so there's 5 different stores in this. Some of them are on 2 levels, some of them aren't. There's plenty of space left over on the top levels that I just sort of left bare, because I didn't really know what to do with them. I mean, I could put more shops in, but why? I've already got a bunch of shops in there. What's the point of adding more? It's like on the one lot at least, because it adds nothing. And B, there's really no way to get up there, because there's no place to put stairs. There's no leftover space to put stairs on this. Like there's just no way of doing it. So I decided to leave them bare. You do, however, use some of the top level space. There's a kitchen up the top of the bakery, obviously, because you need to cook stuff. There's a toilet for that restaurant as well, or cafe, bakery, whatever the hell you want to call it. There's a second level to the department store. The department store is sort of in the corner, and it sells pretty much everything under the sun. And they've got a second level and 2 bathrooms in there as well. And then the left is just sort of left bare. I mean, the left, did I say the left is left bare? I probably did. The rest is left bare. But, you know, that's just the trade-offs you have to make sometimes. And also, I'd already built for 5 hours and I didn't want to build anymore. I was done with this, to be honest. As much as I love it and as much as I'm happy with the finished product and enjoyed building it, actually, I don't want to continue building this. I'm over it. After 5 hours, I'm done. I'm calling it. That's just enough time for me. Thank you very much. But there's lots and lots of furnishing in this. Most of the build is furnishing. Furnishing takes up probably about 3/4 of this, obviously, because you've got to furnish the shops. And lots of debug stuff, because the debug stuff is actually what you use to get all the stuff that you sell. I mean, yes, I could have left it blank for you guys to fill in, but that's sort of a dick move. I'm like, yes, here's this thing. You can do the tedious part, because I would be a douchebag if I did that. And I don't want to be a douchebag. I may be a douchebag, but I'm not going to act like a douchebag. But there's lots of shops, obviously. You will see A few different styles of shops, actually. The department store is your typical department store. I did go off with sort of like a Kmart style, or like Target with the sort of lino floors, and it's just sort of clinical feeling. But I didn't really like that, so I added a bit more color to it. It sort of went with like dark grays on the walls, and then like some red concrete, and actually looked quite nice. There's a big logo at the back of it as well, like a department store would probably have. And then you've got your sort of industrial style shops, as I said, the Suburban style one. And then some sort of hipster, shabby chic, traditional-ish style shops with the bookstores, obviously an older style. The cafe is sort of an older style, and then the shop on the very far right is sort of an older style as well. So you got a good mix, and it's an older style building, obviously. It's a very nice building, actually. I'm really happy with how it looked. This is sort of meant to be a driveway. I know you can't actually drive in here, and there's no cars, obviously, but I just wanted to put it in because it looked quite cool, so there you go. But this took a long damn time to build. I did cut out a fair bit of the actual debug stuff, which is actually furnishing the shelves, like putting... I don't know if you know this, and this may put you off owning your own store, or at least like building your own store. But the way I did it, at least, you have to individually place every item you want to sell on every single shelf. The shelves do not come pre-stocked. No, they don't come pre-stocked. You have to stock them yourself individually by hand, which was just delightful. So thanks for that, EA, thanks for that. You have to go into Buy Debug and actually use cheats to get them. I mean, you can sell pretty much anything under the sun. Like, you could sell rotten fish if you wanted to. It's entirely up to you. I didn't sell rotten fish. I don't have a rotten fish store. But, you know, you could if you wanted to. So I think the cheat is bb.show hidden objects, and then you can actually use them. So that's just a helpful thing. I also wish there was a way to, at least when building in Manage Worlds, that you could sort of permanently enable the bb.ignore gameplay unlocks entitlement cheat. Good God, who came up with that cheat? I remember hearing somewhere that they were trying to troll us. The developers actually did that as a joke. I don't think it's very funny, to be honest. I mean, who wants to put in a cheat bb.ignore gameplay unlocks entitlement? Bruh. Just stop. It's not funny. I mean, if I was to do that to somebody else, I get that it would be freaking hysterical, and I would love to do that. But just please don't. It's too much to put in that cheat, man. Come on. And I mean, like I said, I at least want some way to enable it, sort of semi-permanently, at least when building in Managed Worlds. Obviously, not when you're building for yourself, on your own lot, but you know, in Managed Worlds. Come on, please, let us do it. But yeah, there's some cheats. Cheats of the day. Also, when building this cafe undergoes a whole bunch of different sort of phases. I had no idea what I wanted. I actually built this over the period of 3 days, so you'll see me entering cheats a whole bunch of times. Here, I came back for another effort. All that part was sort of done on the first day, and now I'm sort of on to the second day, and sort of new and invigorated, a good night's sleep, and up and ready to furnish this God-forsaken shopping strip. Those lights that I put in there, they look damn cool. I didn't realize when I was building that they hung so low. So if you were sort of to walk in there, you'd just clock your head on them and go down like a sack of shit. But that would be pretty funny for the employees. So I think I'm going to leave them there. And honestly, it seems they're probably just going to either merge through them because video game physics, or they're just going to walk around them. So it's fine. But the cafe, I actually built this, and then I realized, oh, wait, do I have to actually cook this stuff? And then I realized, yeah, I sort of do. That's kind of the point of a bakery. You cook your own stuff and then you sell it. And then I realized, oh dear, there's no place to put any sort of cooking stuff. So I had to go ahead, and I actually do that really sort of far into the build, I think. Sort of like halfway through I realized that. And then I sort of go, oh, I'm going to have to put stairs in here somewhere. And I didn't really accommodate for stairs because I wasn't expecting to have to place them. So I had to get rid of a couple things. But actually it sort of just ended up over in the corner. In the back left corner. Well, it would be the back left corner if you were walking into the store. And then I just tuck a little, couple little tables and chairs under that. And it looks quite nice, actually. Then you go upstairs and there's a toilet. And then there's the kitchen as well. Not in the same room, obviously. But, yeah. It could be if you wanted to. I mean, it's convenient. Cooking, go to the toilet, whatever. I'm not going to do that. that. So just stocking the place with lots and lots and lots and lots and lots. And I could keep going, but I think I pretty much made my point of clutter items and miscellaneous decor. Jesus Christ, there was a lot of clutter in this because you've got to make... I wanted to put a hell of a lot of work into this, and I did put a hell of a lot of work into this. That much I can guarantee. Also, there's those things. They look cool. I really like them, actually. But yeah, I put a lot of work into this, just into the furnishing, like detail. There's a little sort of cool area over here, so you can sort of sit in private and eat your cakes and drink your coffee and whatever over in the little lounge area there, which is cool. All cafes seem to have a couple of them, so I figured, I'll slot one in over there by the bay window. It'll look beautiful. There's a lamp as well, and a mirror. I like that mirror as well. That came with Get to Work, I think. It's a very cool mirror. It's got like squiggles on it. It's nice. Where I placed that bookcase there, that's where the stairs go, over in that corner facing the outer wall. And that bookcase, unfortunately, has to be culled because there's no room for it. And then there's some plants there as well. And a lamp, because yay, lamps. Woo. Beside this store is the... Ow, hit my hand on the goddamn desk. Oh, Christ, that stung. Yes, this store here, right beside it. Now we're starting on the... That was a terribly structured sentence. Let me start again. Beside this store, we'll be starting on the Suburban-style industrial boutique shopping center of the world. I don't know what I'm saying. Just don't hate me, please. And that goes there. What am I saying? Good God, I'm butchering all of my sentences. None of the last 30 seconds of commentary made any sense. I don't know why, but my commentary in The Sims 4 for builds seems to be better than it was in The Sims 4. 3, fuck. In The Sims 3. But it seems to be falling apart now because... This is a long build. This video will be about 38 minutes long. You will obviously know that already because you can see the little bar stretching along just past the 12-minute mark now towards the 38-minute. We're almost there. We're a third of the way there. Oh, good Lord. Yeah, maybe you guys can watch this in 3 sessions, just like I built this in 3 sessions. Maybe that's something you could do, be more watchable that way. I was considering putting this in parts, but I just don't like the idea of parts, making you guys wait for another one. I mean, yes, I could upload them at the same time in 2 different parts, but what's the point? I could just... I could honestly just, like... get the same effect out of one video with you guys coming back to watch it twice if you want to have a break in between. So what's the point? And people would say, you get more views if it's 2 separate videos. No, you don't, because people are going to come back and click on the video twice if they want to watch it in 2 sessions, aren't they? Yeah. But honestly, I really don't care about the views. I just want you guys who do watch it to enjoy it. And enjoy my terrible commentary and the hopefully half-decent building. That happens to be going on in the background. There's some little seats there as well, little bar stools, because it's actually like an island bench that I used. So I put them there because why not? I also completely forgot about mannequins. I was expecting to be able to like have clothes and everything, because at this point I had no idea how to actually build any of these things, and at this point I had no idea how to actually, or that I actually had to go through and stock every single individual thing. Oh, so tedious. The memories are coming back to me now. It's like post-traumatic stress. I'm sorry, I shouldn't use that. I shouldn't joke about those things. My bad. That big giant-ass sign that you saw me placing there actually gets used in the department store. I actually placed that behind the front desk of the department store because I want there's some changing rooms here. Because you need changing rooms. I mean, you got to have a place to change. And this happens to be a aforementioned place for your Sims to change. I mean, I don't think they actually need to like use change rooms. But they just sort of walk up to the mannequins, but they're there anyway because it's a shop. You got to make it realistic. It's a life simulator. It has to be realistic. I use funky colored mannequins in here as well because lols, and I like funky colored mannequins. Funky colored mannequins are the best colored mannequins. Now we're studying on the department store. Well, actually, no, I'm not studying on the department store. I am sort of slightly beginning to start prematurely on the department store. I do the top roof for it for some reason. And then I was going to do what the actual building did before this, because the lot that was on here before It was 2 levels, but it didn't actually utilize the 2 levels. It just sort of had the pillars going across like some stores do. I was going to do that here, but then I thought, nah, it's just a giant waste of space. We'll actually use the top level. Because lels. And I've actually used mannequins in here because reasons. Because your Sims can't get clothes without mannequins. What am I talking about? Oh my god, man, this is bad. But yeah, I don't know why I actually decided to use it or work on the department store now. I don't know why. Because I don't actually go and furnish it for another... what in game hours would probably be like another hour. But I decided to do that anyway, because why not? I was also, for some reason, when I see this back, I think of iced tea. I don't know why I think of iced tea, but I do think of iced tea when I watch this. I don't know why. Why do I think of iced tea? I don't know. Iced tea's so cool. How can he not be cool with a name like iced tea? I mean, if I had a name like iced tea, it'd make me a douchebag. But he's like the original iced tea. He's like the real Slim Shady. I don't know. Anyway, yes. Moving on to the bookstore. This bookstore took a lot of furnishing. I actually like watching this back. I watched a little bit of this in high speed because this video is actually sped up about between 7 and 8 times. It's about 7 or 8 times speed, which is quite quick. Also, I'm not farting. It's my chair squeaking. Calm down. That's my chair squeaking. Yeah, watching this back in like super fast speed, watching me place all the books because holy shit, are there a lot of books in this. It actually looks really cool because you can sort of individually placing each book and it sort of gets on its little stand. It's sort of like boom, 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 boom across the entire room just with books. So many, but like an excessive amount of books. Holy crap, there's a lot of books. I'll stop saying books. But it looks really cool. Over there by the bay window, another lounge, because it seemed a crime to put like a big bookcase up against that. I did place big bookcases here, sort of in like rows of books, because actual bookstores, they do have these. I mean, maybe not that tall, but you know, they have them. So I put them there, and then there's actually a little sitting area over in the corner. So if, you know, you see a book that you fancy, you can just have a bit of a read of the blurb, maybe the first couple pages, and then actually go home or go and buy it and read it when you get home. But you got to have a place to sort of read through and sort of figure out, is this the book for me? Because buying a book is a big investment. You know, not really. I don't know. Whatever. Oh my god, chair, can you shut your face? Okay, thank you. Anyway, yeah, placing lots of paintings. Like I said, it's an older style shop because it's a bookstore. I mean, I've never been to a modern bookstore. Have you ever been to a modern bookstore? Whoa, wait, Dimix. It's not really modern though. I don't know. I mean, you don't really want like super clean clinical lines in a bookstore, do you? You want it to feel cozy. You know, when you sit down and read a book, it's generally cold. It's generally raining, and you generally want to sort of just snuggle down and enjoy. Here's the books I was talking about. Look how good. Look at it. Oh, so fast. Yes. Can you imagine how long this took in real life? When you're watching this back and thinking, oh, that looks cool. Yeah, it looks cool when you're doing it quickly. Not when you're doing it in real time. I can tell you that much. Holy crap, it took a long time. I probably spent a solid 20, 25 minutes just putting books down. It's a lot of time, man, a lot of time. What was I talking about? I was talking about books. Yeah, you want to snuggle down with books and clinical lines and stuff. I've completely lost my train of thought, so let's move on. These things went through a few different generations of desks. I ended up with these sort of glass top ones with a bit of a classical feel to the legs. Bit of wood on them as well. Looks quite nice. But there's lots of books in this store. Your Sims should make a metric ass ton of money off these because holy balls. There are a lot of books. So if somebody was to just come in and buy all of these books, your Sim would just be instant quadrillionaire. Quadrillionaire? What comes after trillion? Quadrillion. Then pentillion. Then hexillion. Then septillion. Then octillion. And then whatever 9 is. And then like pentillion? No, that's 5. Ah, God, I've lost my train of thought. I don't know. I'm going to stop talking about hypothetical numbers. That's probably what they are. I would imagine that's what they are. Like billion is bi, as in 2. Trillion is tri, as in 3. Then it would go like quad, right? It'd have to go quad, like quadrillion. Quad as in 4. Then pent as in pentagon, like 5. Pentillion. There's stairs. The stairs. I'm yelling, but there's stairs. That's where they went. That's actually where the stairs went. I'm losing my mind doing this commentary. Holy crap. I know, like, I'm sure you all think, wow, like, this guy's commentary is shit. I'm sorry, I know. I'm sorry. It's difficult to talk about nothing for a solid 38 minutes, basically what is 40 minutes. It's difficult. You try doing it and do better, please. Yeah, I mean, the feedback I've got, people either think I'm an idiot or they love me because I'm stupid. So, if you love me because I'm not stupid as in, like, unintelligent, but I'm stupid as in I'm sort of weird. Love my thumbs up for weirdness. Woo! I don't mean thumbs up the video. I never ask for likes, but just thumbs up. Are you holding your thumbs up? I'm holding my thumbs up. We can thumbs up together. We can thumb each other. No. No, not that. Not that. Let's move on. I'm talking about a kitchen. There's a kitchen. It's where you cook things. I'm tapping my chest. Hopefully it doesn't come through on the microphone too much. I actually really like how those windows are low. You can see how the windows aren't like up. Like usually the windows are sort of up towards the higher end of the wall, but they're actually lower there, and I really like that. I don't know why I like that so much. It's just really cool. I find it quirky and somewhat awesome. There's counters. I think there's 4 different stoves and ovens in this, so you can do plenty of baking. There's lots of baking potential. The baking ability of this kitchen is, you know, 9 plus 10, 21. It's pretty good. God. I'm turning to meme humor. Oh, not meme. Is it a bit of meme? No, it's not a meme. It's like a Vine humor. Sorry, Vine humor. I don't even watch Vine. What is Vine? What is Vine? Do people actually go and watch Vine? Do people like actually have an app on their phone and they say, you know what, I'm going to go onto Vine and watch Vines? Do people do that? Because I literally just see Vines on Facebook on the one day a week that I decide to log into Facebook when I'm bored out of my mind and there's nothing else to do. I don't get it. I never understood it, but I'm going to move on. If people do it, that is. There's a sign above the thing. Oh, yeah, multicolored cakes. Because why? Because I can. Also, another thing that I did because I can is there's a fireplace in this bathroom. That's a world first. It's a world first. Nobody's ever thought of that. Why? Because it's a stupid idea, but I did it anyway. There's literally a fireplace next to the toilet. So, you know, I mean, sometimes when you're on the toilet seat's cold, so this will keep the toilet seat... That makes sense when I put it like... I meant to do that. That's what I meant to do the entire time. Shh. Do not contradict me. I know what I'm doing. I'm a genius, he lied. That's the toilet done. Now we finally move into the department store. I've been talking for 22 minutes and 25 seconds. Holy balls. Oh, no, wait. 25 seconds now. I'm looking at Audacity, not the actual length of the video. Sorry. But yeah, this department store is the biggest store in the shopping strip, in the building or on the shopping strip. You can see there you've got your path to walk down, and there's like other little places to walk with your actual items there. I found these cool room dividers, and I used the living crap out of them. You can also see me here just searching through a metric ass ton of things, because by now I'd had like the buy debug things on, and there's just like a million things. And I eventually found the big sign to actually put behind there because it looks cool. There's 2 cash registers. I'm not sure if the 2 cash registers will actually be utilized. But if they are, then hey, that's awesome. I think cash registers are pretty much useless because if you want to buy something, you literally just go up to it and you buy it. You don't need a cash register. I'm going to move my microphone a little bit because I'm not sure if I've been talking into it this entire time. Awkward pause of silence. Yeah. But yeah, I changed the colors of this department store a hell of a lot of times. Like, I'd sort of be like, yeah, I love this, and I'm going to start building now, and then I'd realize, oh, no, I don't like it. I'm going to change it again. Start furnishing, yeah, I'm going to change it again. Finish furnishing, yeah, I'm going to change it again. Change the furnishing. Finish changing the furnishing, yeah, I'm going to change the color again. That's basically my life when it came to this. But it ended up sort of quite similar to this. I think the wall colors stayed the same as this, but the floor colors went through a couple of different iterations. But you know, I mean, if obviously this can be changed if you don't like anything in here, or if you don't like some things in here, you can change. That's the great thing. This will be on the gallery. If I remember to put it up on the gallery, I still haven't put the last house up on the gallery. That went up nearly a week ago. Yeah, my bad. Chair, shut your face. But oh Christ, furnishing this this department store with actual like miscellaneous items to sell. I got nerve pain in my arm. I'm not kidding. Like I looked down at my hand, and my hand like had not like a blood blister. It had like a hickey style thing, just sort of like where my wrist is, where my hand was actually resting on the mouse pad, and then my elbow started to feel strange, like the sort of feeling you get when you hit your funny bone, because it had just been sitting on the arm of my chair for so damn long. It took so long. This nearly killed me. I've just sort of actually figured that now. I could have been dying, and I didn't even know. This thing nearly killed me, so please enjoy it. Please, I'm begging you. But I think I actually go back and change a couple things as well in other stores. I had some trouble with these things. Also, it wouldn't eye drop up the top for some reason. I was trying to eye drop the different floor coverings from where they already were up the top, but they wouldn't work. It's like, there's nothing here to eye drop, you dickhead. Go away. So I did, and I dropped them from downstairs, but that's okay. Lots of different cabinets here. Lots and lots of different cabinets. The more cabinets, the more you have to furnish. I did not realize that at this point, and I immediately regretted my decision when I found out. But yeah, there's a bunch of different style of shelves up here. There's some sort of glass ones and metal, and then there's just straight metal ones, and then there's sort of little bits of wood and things like that. I go back here to change this, is what I was talking about. I sort of go back and edit little things in other stores before I actually finish the department store. The department store took up a solid chunk of my time when building this. It took a long-ass time, that much I can guarantee. But honestly, I'm complaining a lot about how long it took, but it's worth it in the end. It really is worth it. Now we are on to the point where I was actually building today. This is earlier today. I didn't really realize that I actually built this long today. I didn't feel that long. I mean, the build wasn't tedious at all. Yes, it was very, very long, and I noticed that it was long and it was taking a long time, and I never seemed to be actually getting anything done, no matter how much I did and how hard I worked. But I wasn't sort of like unhappy building. I wanted to build, which is actually good because I haven't sort of felt that in a while. I haven't just wanted to properly sit down and just build for a while. So yeah, it was good. I enjoy building when I actually have the inspiration. And I know a lot of people are sort of like, just do builds. Why don't you do like 5 builds a week, or just like a build every day, 7 days a week, every week? Because I die. Do you know how hard that is? I think I would just die if I were to do that. I'd work myself to death. I know it's not like work as in, you know, the purest sense, as in get to work, like a job. But it's a lot of effort to do that. Like, just to build a house, to sort of come up with the ideas for the house, that's a big part. I've got to wait till I sort of come up with an idea in my head. I either come up with the ideas for houses in the shower or when I'm going to bed. So I've got to wait for those. There's only 2 times a day when I can come up with half-decent ideas, and that's when I'm in the shower or in bed. So there you go. In bed going to sleep, by the way. Please do not be creepy about me talking about bed. I don't know what I'm talking about. Shut up. Yeah, there's an electronics counter over there that I saw, or that I put in. There's some tablets in that. I wanted to see if I could put computers in that, but you couldn't actually put computers inside the little sort of display thing. It's like a glass display case. I put a couple little tablets in there, so which look quite cool. So I thought that was nice. Up here are the bathrooms, 2 identical and completely symmetrical bathroom. Not symmetrical, but they're like, everything is on the same place in the respective side, or its respective place on the other side, because they're on the other side. Obviously, they're in the exact same place, but on the other side, and they're the same dimensions and everything. They're identical, reversed. It's like if you were looking in a mirror. Everything's backwards. That's what it's like. The mirror bathrooms. There you go. Except there's no mirrors in them. Wait, are there mirrors in them? Wait. Yes, there's mirrors in them. There you go. They're mirror bathrooms. Up here, just I was going to fence off everything, but I wasn't sure if your Sims could actually change or like walk over the top of them. So like the little fences, because there's actually what I think they call them window shopping fences. They're just little ones that run along the ground. They're like a little edging thing. That you put around exhibits and stuff, and I wasn't sure if your Sims could walk over them, so I decided not to put them everywhere. But we are, in fact, done with the department store and moving on to the final shop in this godforsaken shopping strip. Holy crap, this took a long time. This shop is just it's a bit of a knick-knack store. There's pretty much everything in here, everything under the sun, from vintage cameras to teapots to pencils to books to whatever the hell else you want. Sculptures, I don't know. You want toothbrushes, I don't know. You want spatulas. We sell spatulas. This place has got spatulas in spades. There is a changing room in there. There are, however, absolutely no clothes in here. Oh, no, wait. There's little, like, folded clothes. You can't actually... I think you can buy the folded clothes, but you can't wear them. The only way your Sims can actually buy new outfits is from the mannequins. And I believe you can only have 10 mannequins on a lot. I think I'm quoting Delhi on that. Delhi, if you watch this, which you won't because nobody knows I exist, please be telling the truth, because I don't know, it doesn't make sense that you'd only be able to put 10. Because what if you want to make a shopping center? I guess it's not really meant to be shopping centers. You're meant to have like one shop, aren't you? And then you'd only need like 10 mannequins if it was one shop. I guess that's fair enough, but please, there'll be a mod for that at some point that allows you to put 1 million mannequins on one lot. Why I'd want 1 million mannequins on one lot? Well, I can tell you why. Because you can. That's half of the reason I do pretty much anything in my life, because I can. Placing a bunch of exhibits around. You'll see over in the department store, obviously, I cut out pretty much all of the buy debug. I keep saying buy debug. I don't say buy debug, I say buy debug, because they're debug items. You can't shorten it. Like, you don't say buy debug when the thing you're buying is debug. I don't understand why people do that, but they do it anyway. I mean, they can live their lives however they want, but they're wrong. I'm sorry. But yeah, placing in a lot of the buy debug stuff here. I just cut all of this out of the department store because it was so, Jesus Christ, it was tedious. Like, holy crap. I spent a solid some time doing that. I don't know how much time I spent that. I lost count, to be honest. It was a long-ass time, I can tell you that much. There's a little sitting area over here. I don't know why I put a sitting area in a shop. Because I can. I'll just go back to that reason. It's as good a reason as any. And then just a couple more exhibits. There's, I thought, I was scrolling through the buy debug stuff and I found a phone and I thought, hey, instead of having 3 tablets in that electronics counter, I'll put a phone in there as well, but the phone didn't work. And then I tried to put computers and the computers didn't work, and then everything else didn't work, and then everything hates me. So there you go. Story of my life. It's a One Direction song, isn't it? I don't know. Zayn Malik left. Didn't he? Is it Zayn? How the shit do I know his last... Oh, I have a teenage sister. That's why. Great. Also, I could not give less of a shit that One Direction broke up. In fact, I'm happy. So there you go. I don't know how many of you will hate me for that, but I will stand by my word no matter what. That is pretty much the actual shop done. Well, it actually feels good to sort of watch it be finished. And now we just have to do a couple last things. A bit of landscaping on the outside, placing in some trees and such. For some reason, when I was placing the tree, for some reason, when placing trees, I get the feeling, I get reminded of Tom Selleck. I don't know, maybe because his mustache is the size of a tree. I don't know, that could be the reason. Possibly, I don't know how these things work. I don't know how my brain works. I don't understand it sometimes. But just a bunch of bushes, just a bunch of flowers and stuffs. Because why not? You gotta make it look dressy. You gotta dress it up a little bit. It can't just be bland. Because bland is boring. That's what bland means, so obviously it does in the English dictionary, but that does the build now for 5.5 minutes of screenshots. There's the outside of the house. There's a fascinating tree with lights on. I actually got fascinated by that when building. I was amazed you could fit so many... Oh, there's another tree with lights on it. Man, the light to tree ratio must be incredibly high then. Wow, it's amazing. There's the back of the thing. I actually quite like that shot for some reason. I don't know why I like it so much. It's just a really nice shot. Here's what you will see when you're walking along the shopping strip towards all the shops. Another shot of what you will see. Looking very nice. I'm really, really happy with how it looked in the end. Here's a shot from the front into the cafe and then actually inside the cafe. There's the cafe. There's the lights I'm talking about. Those lights actually hang quite low. You would totally knock your head off. But that's fine. You know, you've got 2 of them, right? There's a bunch of tables and chairs. There's a shot from underneath the stairs that rhymes. Holy shit, I'm Shakespeare. There's a little sort of nook area over in the corner with the lounge where your Sims can sit and enjoy their muffins or cakes or breadsticks or whatever the hell they're eating over there. And coffee or tea. I'm sort of a tea man, I think. I don't really drink a whole lot of either, but I hate coffee and I only drink tea. There you go. No one cares, Braden. Move on. Up the top, there's the toilet there. There's the kitchen on the right. There's some colourful cakes that are on the wall. I love cake decals. I might get some for my room. Why? Because I can. Here's the kitchen. Nice big kitchen. Again, I love how the windows are low. I don't know why that makes me so happy, but I just really enjoy low windows. Don't know why. There's some hanging pots and pans as well. Range hoods sort of hanging from the ceiling. Free. I quite like the look of those range hoods, actually. Sitting over the top of the stoves, hanging free, not attached to anything else. Here's a toilet with a fireplace in it. God, such a stupid idea. But at least you can be warm while you're on the toilet. There you go. I'm thinking about the consumer. Do be a consumer if you're a toilet customer? Yeah, sure. Here's the little boutique-y shop. There's a bunch of different stuff in here. There's the front of the store. There's a giant sign in the way, I just realized as well. You right prick. You're straight in the way. There's a little exhibit over there with a mannequin looking outside and some bottles and stuff and books. There's another mannequin in the window, some decorations on the walls and little exhibits. There's a dude at the front desk ready to take all of your money because that's what he's there to do. And then, of course, the back part of the store with a typewriter there, because these sort of stores love to sell typewriters and bags full of money, apparently. There's legitimately a bag full of money in the bottom left-hand corner. Alright then, here's the changing rooms. There's 2 of them, because changing rooms are lovely. And I don't actually think I got picture of the changing rooms of the last shop. I mean, it's not particularly important, but, you know, everybody loves change rooms. Here's the bookstore. Bookstore's looking nice. I'm actually really happy with how the bookstore turned out. It actually looks like a proper bookstore. I would walk in here and think, yes, this is a bookstore. Probably got something to do. There's literally 3.5 billion books in this store, but, you know, you can sort of infer if there weren't the books there. Anyway, there's nobody at this place. Nobody tending the counter. Definitely not going to make any money if there's no one tending the counter. Should learn your lesson about that. Here's a shot over there from the left or right-hand side, I suppose, if you were looking at it, side of the counter. And then there's the big sort of book rows of bookshelves along there, and a shot from the little nook in the corner where you can sit back and get a little feel for your book before you decide you want to build it. Moving across to the outside of the department store, the little chairs there, and here is the front of the department store. And this is the store that's likely to take all of your money. Look at that nice, big, grand entrance. I wish we could paint ceilings. Sim Studio, please let us paint ceilings. On the right-hand side there, you've got all your stuff that you could possibly want. On the left-hand side, more stuff. It's just stuff. I went through, just pick stuff and put stuff on the shelves because there's just so much stuff. I didn't dress the mannequins. I completely forgot to dress the mannequins. My bad. That's okay, though. You guys can dress them. I mean, realistically, I don't foresee anybody, like, downloading this lot and buying and operating it. Because, A, there's 5 different stores. I don't know how the hell you would manage to run 5 different stores, especially with one being a bakery. And B, this lot costs about 350,000 simoleons. Now, I'm not sure about you, but my sim is not currently in possession of 350,000 simoleons. So it's going to have a pretty hard time coming by that sort of money. But just looking at the last shop now, I really like this shop, actually. It's cool. Sort of like an old antique shop, I suppose. There's lots of different things for you to buy. As we take a couple last looks, I'm doing the same thing that I did in the last build. If we take a look at the couple last shots, that's what I was trying to say last time before I completely butchered it. I want to thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the build. If you did, let me know, and also tell me what you'd like to see me build next, because I'm sort of in the mood to build. Got plenty of ideas and plenty of inspiration, but thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll catch you in the next video. Until then, as always, stay awesome.